Hello, my name is Agatha and this is the astrological reading for the month of August 2016 for the sign of Libra. The new moon happens on the 2nd of August at almost 11 degrees of Leo, and then the full moon happens on the 18th of August at almost 26 degrees of Aquarius. And what does this mean to you, Libra? In your case, the new moon in Leo happens in your 11th house. So this could mean new friendships that are coming in, a new friend or a new group of friends. It could mean something new that happens to a friend of yours, something he or she might become a mother, a parent, a father, might get married, might have like a new job, something like that. Or it could be a group of friends or a new friend coming in. However, this new friend might like to party way too much because it's Leo. So it's the new moon in Leo. He or she might like to, party, or whatever he or she does might conflict with your work duties and even with your health. Let's say that you cannot drink, or you have some sort of health issue. So, but maybe this friend doesn't consider a party without alcohol, and you kind of go along with it, Libra, because you don't like conflict, and that this might have a negative effect in your health. And the most extreme examples would be, stuff that you should not be doing, like drugs, even mild ones, because this friend kind of goes like, come on, go on. This friend Libra might be a bit more domineering than you, and you don't like conflict, so you have to be afraid of that. You have to be aware of that. He or she drinks in a certain way, eats in a certain way, or even does other stuff that might and wants you to do the same, and that might have a negative effect in your health. If it's not that, if it's like he or she likes to be, it could be a group of friends, not just one friend, likes to stay out all night, like 4 a.m., and then you go back to, and there's nothing to do with alcohol or other things, or even food or whatever. It's just you go to sleep very late at night, and then the next day you have to wake up early and you have to go to your job, and you're not fully present because you're like kind of really tired. So that might have, this new friendship might have like a negative effect in your work environment. It might even give you a bad image to your colleagues, for instance. You have to be aware of that. Or let's say that you have a exercise program, that let's say that you swim, that's something that you like to do, and you swim, I don't know, maybe daily or 3 times a week or 4 times a week, and now for you don't get up early to swim, which you used to do. For instance, let's say that you'd get up at 6 o'clock, for instance, and you go for a swim in your local pool, or maybe you live near the ocean or near a river, or you even have a pool or something like that. But you went to sleep like 4 a.m. last night, and you need that hour to sleep. So you stop swimming because of the time you spent with your friends, or you stop doing a certain type of exercise because of the time you spent with your friends, or this new group of friends, or this new friend. So it might again have a negative effect in your health and in your diet also, and in your exercise program. So you have to be aware of that. Another thing, these new friends, someone in your family doesn't like the time you're spending with these friends. This new friend, someone in your family, Libra, who might be very controlling, especially in terms of money, might be controlling in terms of the money that you earn. I don't know why he or she is controlling the money that you earn, but it might be very domineering. It might even be, for instance, I'm just going to give this as an example, like an older sibling, or like an older sibling, something like that. Maybe you are living with your mom and dad, and then your sibling is living there and says, okay, you have to contribute to the household expenses, so you need to give us this amount of money, for instance. And this person, whomever this person is, within your family unit, could be mother, father, grandfather, again, older sibling, even husband, doesn't like this group of friends, and it's trying to control you in some way. If it's not a group of friends, it could be an organization, an association. Let's say something to do with the theater or the artistic art, or with the arts, because you're a Libra, you're very artistic, and Leo is very dramatic. Leo is connected with, movies and theater, stuff like that. Anything to do with the arts also. So you join like a group or organization connected with the arts. And this might affect negatively your work environment, even the time that you have for your devote for your exercise. And someone in your family doesn't like it, doesn't like also that you're spending so much time in this organization, in this group. So maybe you are, in rehearsals. It's a theater group, for instance. You are in rehearsals all night long, not all night long, but every day. So you go to bed at 3 a.m. and you have to get up at 6 a.m. and you go to your workplace and you're really tired, or you cannot get up earlier to go and swim and do your exercise or something like that. And that kind of affects also your health some way, or your family. Someone in your family doesn't like that you're spending so much time in this theater group and tries to kind of control you through the money, which I would say again, it's your money. It's your money. Maybe you need money to, I don't know, buy costumes or something. Maybe you need some sort of money just to be in this association, in this group, and this person is trying to control you. Someone in your family is trying to no, because that money is to pay the electric bill and you have to pay it, and blah blah blah, something like that, and it kind of ends up being your money. I don't know why. It could be this. Another way of reading it is that it has the 11th house. It has to do with the money that you get from your career, the gains that you get from your career. Let's say, again, you are in the arts and you get money from your career. I don't know, maybe your books sell a lot. Maybe you are an artist, you are a painter, and you get a bunch of paintings sold and you get money from your career, from your profession. Royalties even, something like that. And you're going to spend it, and you want to spend it, for instance, in further training, in further formation training. Yeah, let's say that you are again an actress or an actor, and you get money from your career, your vocation. So you want to spend this money in an acting workshop in, I don't know, somewhere. Maybe it's not enough, or maybe someone in your family doesn't want you to do that, doesn't want you to spend money in that way, or you have to pay a medical bill, for instance, your own medical bill, something like that. If it's not that, there's yet another way of reading it, is that 11th house is connected with long-term plans. So you decide around the 2nd of August to make a plan, because you have an objective and you want to accomplish this objective, whatever it is. Imagine that you want to let's say you are a young person, you want to be an actress, you want to go study acting in a certain place, in a certain school. So you develop a plan. And you implement it, you try to implement it, but someone in your family doesn't like it and tries to control you. And you might be overdoing it in terms of your health also, because you might be a bit strict with this plan. It might affect your health. Maybe you think, maybe I should lose weight, and you are a bit strict with your health. I'm just giving all sorts of examples. Let's say that the long-term plan that you have is that to buy a house. You want to buy your own place because you want to move out from where you live, and there's someone in your family, in the most intimate part of your family, who is very domineering. It's being domineering for a while, and you just sick of it. You need to buy your own place. You need to buy your own house, your own flat, whatever. So you have this plan. And in order for you to do that, someone in your family doesn't like it. It kind of tries to sabotage you. I would even say it could even, someone tries to sabotage you, and by saying like I said before, oh, you need to pay the electrical bill this month. It needs to be you need to pay this bill or that bill because you're living with us, and blah blah blah. Or it could be like you have this plan, and you understand that you need to compromise in order for you to fulfill this plan. Compromise something related to your work environment. For instance, you need to stop eating out. So you need to take your own food to the job, to your workplace, or you need to stop, for instance, let's say that you spent money to go and swim, or to go to the gym that had a pool, for instance, or you had if it's not a pool, it's something else. You spent money to exercise, so you need to stop that in order for you to save, for you to fulfill your long-term plan. And then the full moon, on the 18th of August, around the 26 degrees of Aquarius, happens in your 5th house. So what does that mean? Full moons are culminations or endings. It depends from natal chart to natal chart. It could mean that some of you might end a love relationship. It happens. Or others move on to the next phase of this love relationship. Maybe you decide to become boyfriends officially. Maybe you are boyfriends and you decide to become engaged. Maybe you have been engaged and you decide to move on to the next phase, which would be talking about marriage, stuff like that. If it's nothing to do with love, it has again to do with hobbies. It's the full moon, so you might decide to end a hobby because you are saving for something. You are saving for something because you've made a long-term plan about 2 weeks ago, and you've analyzed your expenses, and you've seen that you are spending way too much in a hobby. 5th house is the house of hobbies, because you're Libra, you only like quality. Let's say you're a woman and you do, it could be a man also, you do tricot, knitting, you knit. When I knit, I only buy quality wool. I don't buy acrylic. I don't buy it. I don't like it. So let's say that you're like me. You only buy quality materials in whatever hobby you get. Let's say it could even be painting, and you only buy the best material possible. And you decide, okay, no, in order for me to accomplish this long-term goal, I need to end this hobby. I need to end it. And you end it. Another way of reading this, it might be connected with your children, with one of your kids. So one of your children or your child there might be a culmination in his life or her life. It could be all sorts of things. Either he or she enters school or ends school, goes to university. Or ends university, gets married, has a child, or gets divorced. Also, it could be. It could be that as well. It could be that he or she is working on a software project in a project which involves new technologies. Let's say he or she is working on a game, on an app, something like that. And around the 18th of August, this project in which he or she is working on is done, is finished. So there's all sorts of meanings. And that's it. Libra, this is the reading that I have for you for August 2016. This is a very general reading. If you'd like a private consultation, please send an email to dunyazad@gmail.com. I'd be delighted to work with you. Bye bye.